Now available in paperback and e-readers, Spellbound, A Darker Shade of Black. Get your copy today at your favorite online bookseller. The litmus test for the Obama presidency was something extremely small, and that was when President Barack Obama did not make the Democratic Congress come back to sign an unemployment benefits extension in the first year of his presidency. And because he did that, that led to his entire presidency collapsing into a black hole. Now, when I look at Trump supporters, I see a similar litmus test coming up on March 8th. And March 8th, we have this day where white women are saying they're going to have a day without women. And when I look at that day without women, we're going to have all these American women saying that they're going to go out here and not go to work on March 8th in protest. Now, how does this make it a litmus test for Trump supporters? Because when we look at the day without immigrants, we saw many of these Trump supporters and many of these American businesses firing immigrants who were working for them. I have to wonder if these American businesses will have the same backbone and stones when it comes down to firing American white women. Because if they do have that sort of backbone and stones, then we know that these Trump supporters are serious about standing up and making America great for themselves. Because this will be them putting a line in the sand, a hard line in the sand, establishing a boundary for the standards they're going to have when they support this president. Because we see with the immigrants, it's easy to go out here and fire immigrants. It's easy to go out here and fire black people. But the real litmus test for this Trump presidency and all of these Trump supporters will be March 8th and March 9th. Because on March 8th, we have all of these white women saying that they're going to take a day off work and they're going to have a day without women. And they're saying that when they have this day without women to their employers, that they are being insubordinate. And this is the same insubordination that many of these companies said that many of these immigrants were participating in when they had their day without immigrants. And they used this as a grounds to terminate all of these immigrants who were working at many of these corporations. And again, I wonder if these Trump supporters who own businesses are going to have the same backbone and stones to go out here and terminate many of these white women when they come out here talking about they're going to have a day without women on March 9th. Because yes, you have a right to protest. You have a right to assemble. However, you are not entitled to a job at a business. A business is a private organization, and if you are out of work, not on a official personal day or calling out sick, then your employer has a right to terminate you. And again, this will be the hard litmus test for these Trump supporters in their quest to make America great by their own standard. Are they going to have the character, the backbone, the stones, and the resolve to check these white feminist females who say that they are so important and so valuable? And this will also be a litmus test for many of the white female Trump supporters as well, because we're going to find out who the female chameleons are on March 9th. We're going to find out who's hiding and supporting Trump just to try to keep getting resources. Because I believe a large majority of white females out here who voted for Trump, again, were not voting for Trump because they believed in his policies. They were voting because they wanted to monkey branch from the white liberal welfare state back to the Trump campaign and the Trump supporters in the hopes of continuing to secure resources for themselves. And because they wanted to secure resources for themselves, they decided to vote for Donald Trump. And what the real enemy is that many of these Trump supporters and even Donald Trump doesn't see isn't just all these issues that are dealing with. The main issue, the main enemy is gynocentrism, because This is what is leading to a lot of these females protesting, because they fear what's going to happen in the Trump presidency is that they're going to lose many of their privileges. And the litmus test again is March 8th and March 9th, which tells us if there's going to be any sort of action taken to start taking away many of these females' privileges in America. Because when I look at this Trump presidency, I really don't see him doing anything about gynocentrism and curtailing females' privileges in American society. The most privileged female in society, the white female, pretty much believes that she can stay on the Trump side and continue to get resources. But if we're going to really see a litmus test of all these Trump supporters and the whole Trump presidency, we're going to have to see if they're going to have the backbone and the stones to start firing white women who decide they're going to be insubordinate and have their day without women. If that is done, and we'll are seeing that this Trump presidency and these Trump supporters are really serious about change. Because if they go out here and start firing white women for having their day of protest, being insubordinate, and being insubordinate on the job, this is going to set a high standard for the Trump supporters, their political goals, and their campaign. If they do that, it's going to be a defining moment, just like Barack Obama's defining moment came when he let Congress go on vacation in 2009 instead of making them come back to sign that unemployment benefits extension. When Obama refused to let them, when Obama refused to just do anything and take serious action regarding that case and let the American people just die out on the ground, he pretty much defined his presidency. And this action, it shows me that the Trump supporters are truly serious. Because, again, it's very easy to go out here and fire an undocumented immigrant. It's very easy to fire an immigrant who works at a company and decides they're going to have their day without immigrants. That's really easy. The hard part will be going and standing up and looking this white woman dead in her eyes and let her know that you had your day of protest, you were being insubordinate on the job, and now it's time for you to be terminated. This will let us know if these Trump supporters are serious about making America great again, because they're going to have to stand toe-to-toe with many of these white females and see who the real female chameleons are, and see who is just there for resources or who is really serious about setting a course for getting America back on track. That's all I have to say for this video. You can comment, rate, and subscribe.